weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Cousins now on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First down, here's Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
To throw once more on second and 10. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Cousins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Tua. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year, was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Cousins.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Cousins now from the 50.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Pick up of 2 yards. First down, Minnesota.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score time, 7-7.
A first down throw for Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. A solid stiff arm. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Ready.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal for Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Going on the ground with Madison. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Again, Madison.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Tua on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. Now it's Tua. It's brought in by Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Out route to Hill, complete.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Following the interception, Cousins. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interview.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go.
Ready.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Raheem Mostert, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run the counter with Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Cousins.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Oh, what a catch there by Thielen.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that will make this a 4-point game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away.
And his pass is intercepted for the... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Vikings 39, Dolphins 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on first down, Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Cousins now. That is caught by Thielen.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.